What's up, guys? Hoot here, and this is a bit of anything where I do a bit of everything. Rather it's something I'm passionate about, or something a Dairy fan requested, or something that I just find amusing at the moment. But at the moment, I think I want to do something I find passionate about, which is trains, especially train sets. And what better timing than Bachmann dropping their brand new HO scale Southern Pacific GS 484 Daylight Special train set. I was going to say Southern Pacific again. But first, before unboxing, like and subscribe and comment below if you like what you see. I think I'm going to like what I see. Yes, sir. This is my first time ever buying. Yeah, unfortunately, you can see like the box is damaged. But this is my first time ever buying an actual train set, brand new from the manufacturer. So yeah, time to unbox it. Ooh. They give me some scissors, you know, because I don't have real cutters like professionals want to use. Alright, so let's get the unboxing. This box. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's get that. Pretend like you're trying to hide in there. Yes. Yeah. Hear that popping, that's how you know that's some real new item shit. I don't know where I was going with that. But are y'all ready for this? Actually, let me put it out on the other side because you know UPS on the damaged boxes and stuff. You know, I'm not even gonna blame them. I mean, I'm blaming people that were in the warehouse, but it was still under their care. So, yeah. Drum roll, please. Da 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 Let's get back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. That is an absolute beauty. Like, look at that. Absolute. Now, don't get me wrong, I have my gripes about Bachmann necessarily. And from the looks of things, this is not a DCC equipped engine. So that's also another downfall for this set. But nevertheless, it's still a nice looking set. And the one thing I always love about train sets is just the cover art. Like, it's literally showing you what it's selling. So always a drawing. And I like drawings over like the actual stuff because it shows more like an artistic view and more detail and this and that and those. I could have sworn this box was a little bigger when I first seen it at the National Train Show. But hey, nevertheless, it's still. I am still happy to see that it's actually here now. I've been waiting since last March, a year, literally. Like, ooh, I can't wait to unbox this. But first, the Southern Pacific GS-4 4449 is the sister engine of the GS-3 and unfortunately the last of the heritage of the Golden State, or General Service some may call. The difference between the siblings were that the GS-4s were fitted with dual headlights, an all-weather cab, and an air horn to enhance the whistle. 28 engines were produced by the Lemon Locomotive Works, 20 in 1941, then 8 more in 1942. They ran up into 1958 from California to Louisiana, maxing the speeds to 120 miles per hour, but were restricted to not to exceed over 75 miles per hour. Originally, these streamlined engines were painted with an orange and red sunset coating, but once war broke out, they were changed to black. Luckily, out of 28 models, 4449 was reserved from the scrapyard and placed on static display in an amusement park until she began getting vandalized and even parts stolen, like for example, her whistle. Eventually, an investor saw the demise and decided to restore her back to her glory days, but with a catch to it, repainting her to red, white, and blue. 4449 has now been tasked to being America's Freedom Excursion Train, running across country from 1975 to 76. As of present day, she has now been repainted back to her daylight color scheme with a slight change of lettering on the tender. Alright, let's get this beast out of this box already. Yeah. Oh, I just kicked the camera. Alright. Come on out. What's inside? Well, it's Bachmann. Bachmann don't like to give out a lot of stuff. They just give you the bare minimum. Tracks and a train. I swear to God, this shit don't come out this side. Oh my God. Oh my stars and girders. Talk about unboxing it. Can't get unboxed. You know what? It's about as good as I'm gonna get it. Use my shit. I'm not satisfied with unboxing this. I swear this performance better make up for this. Okay, I give it. Because the back of the box being fucked up. Okay, so for some stupid ass reason, the handle is attached to the styrofoam. Cool idea was to do this. Okay, fuck them. I just had to pull the handle up. So, never mind. That's on me. It's a pretty clean setup from any previous Bachmann products I have ever had, but overall, pretty much all you get. Standard tracks, little manual. Like, I have to absolutely say, even though this is a very, very sadly cheap engine, it still holds up. It looks shiny, but this is not die cast. This is plastic, and the molding and a little bit of paint, I don't know if it's chipped or they just overlap, but Bachmann kind of just, I really, really, really feel like they had a whole stock of these engines because they had previously sold these, but not in a set. It was just an individual engine with a smoke unit. The wheels wasn't painted on the outlines, and I noticed that. Which I actually like this little small add-on too, because they put it on the tender wheels as well. But on a more expensive model, like this piece right here, that would have been lit up with the number plates. And these side lights would have been lit up on a more expensive model. The cab is unfortunately hollow. Not even a molding of the firebox, not even a driver. And looking at the headlight, it has the dual head beam, just like a real the real model. What this one does do that I actually do like they added to was that you can turn off and on smoke units. I guess that kind of makes up for it not being DCC, but DCC is always the way to go. Unfortunately, even the tender suffers, as you see that it doesn't even have a backlight, let alone a lens to put back there to fake it off. The ladder is pretty much molded on, no attach. These little handrails or whatever are very thin. They feel like staples, like they are as thin as staples. Can easily bend one wrong move. But what I do like, I feel like this is what people do when it comes to renovation, is just always be a little small little paint job they will add to it to make it stand out. Because I do like the little white outlines on the wheels. They do make it pop a little bit more. But again, this tender is plastic, not die cast. It's very, very light, so that means that this train definitely cannot pull a heavy load too much. But as far as the baggage car go, I mean, it's just another plastic rolling stock, no die cast on the bogies, and it doesn't light up like the other coaches, and very lack of mold. Like there's no door entry, so it's just. Now I have to say, I do like the coaches with this set. The molding is still plastic, nevertheless, but the seating actually just went, and especially when it's lit up, it actually feels like there's life to this a little bit. But that plastic molding just can't get over even on the bogies. And at least this one has a door this time. At least it has a door. When it comes to passenger trains, it's either the dome car or the observation car that I love about them. If I'm not riding a dome car, I want to be riding in the observation car. Especially this one in particular. I like how this one is seated. Especially how the molding actually kind of catches that detail of like how it would be. I mean, the seating is different. I like that it switches up. Like it's not the same on both sides. So, I mean, that's a little different. But if this was a more expensive model, for example, these lights on the side would have lit up. And I'm very disappointed that they didn't even incorporate that. But again, this is Bachmann, but they cut corners. Because again, this is plastic. This shiny paint only gonna last so long. Plastic bogies. Only inside lights up. To, once again, a decent display piece. And a little paint chip. Like, what is going on? Who did this? I need to talk to you.
Time for a link comparison. Hornby Mallard 462, Bachmann Norfolk and Western Class J, Atlantic Coastline F7, and Broadway Limited Union Pacific Challenger. Seconds around the whole track, complete flying with 7 coaches behind compared to the 3 that's already given. Alright. Not at full speed pulling, but just crank it up a little bit. Stop the track. She done derailed. She's still moving. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she's still moving. We're gonna have a derailment. Oh, we got a loose train. Oh my god.
In this challenge, we will be seeing if this train is capable of doing a full lap with 13 hoppers. Let's see. It's down there at full power. Oh, this motherfucker having a little switch. He can't go up hills. He can't go up hills. Oh my god. This is embarrassing. How is the back of the train still in the camera? It done broke a couple. But I can't blame the train on that one. But collision! Oh! In this challenge, we're going to see if it can actually haul 18 cars through a whole lap. Oh shit. Cheddar Wilson. Oh shit. Stuck. Help it. You're doing good. I don't know why you're scoring. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Watch me come around this corner. Let's take the 20. You're getting popped off the track.
Well, there you have it, folks. Bachmann's Daylight Special. At the time of this recording, I have been looking online to make sure that they didn't basically just resell the same model and then put like added coaches or whatever just to get it out their inventory. But from what I was saying, it looked like it was a 4447 instead of a 4449. So I guess they're kind of safe on that. And I don't know if it was a smoke unit neither. But it also didn't have as much details from what I have seen. So I guess they get a pass slightly. But I still can't wrap my head around as to why they didn't repaint the tender to the more modern look with the smaller lettering to make this feel like a more newer set. But as far as the value of the set goes, well, that kind of depends on what type of collector you are. Like, I will automatically just go ahead and say, do not buy this set off of their website. This is worth eBay at best. And when I say eBay, I mean if you can find someone that's selling it and is willing to take offers. Because at most, I would say this set is worth $250. I spent $300 and I still don't think it was worth that much. I definitely wish I could have got it for $250. But again, like I said, it depends on what type of collector you are. Like if you want to buy this just like what I'm doing and leave it on stereo display, or like just to have it because I don't have this particular model, but I also don't care for it that much to where I must buy like a DCC model of it and then buy all the coaches to go with it. It's not this is not that serious to me. So this is fine. Or like just a little starter set if you like passenger train sets over freight sets. This is also fine. But again, if you do like this model and you do actually have a legit railway layout, I will avoid this because it will actually be an insult to injury to have this running. Like I said, it's nice and all, but it doesn't bring nothing really new or elevating to the table. It's just a standard train set and with glorified coaches. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment, let me know if you want to see me do more reviews on train sets or what you think about this train set, or if you want me to even review my own personal collection. Jahoot out.